Hello, welcome. This is William Jiaming, and you are watching a series video about an introduction of iOS app development. And we are talking about the model, functionality, and we already achieved the functionality of show me the model and close it like a pop-up window. But most used functionality of the model is to showing you a sheet. Okay, let me show you that. This is the customized model. Okay, so most of the models just show you a pop-up sheet, and you can enter some information, and then you can close it. So basically, we are going to achieve two functionalities in a typical model app. Is that a model module? Is that first is to passing information to the model. So if it's a sheet, you're going to pass that to the sheet, and then you might be able to just passing in certain information by entering information in that pop-up window and then close it, or maybe just submit it and go back to your original view. Okay, so let's do that. So this is some code for customization of model. So let's create a new project for that. So I'm going to stop task and close it, maybe stop task. So the form demo, and let's get rid of all this and create a new, completely new project. And that project will be our model data demo. Okay, so I'm going to add data functionality to the model, and model demo and model data demo. Okay, so let's create this project. So what I'm going to do is first to create a series of dummy data, so you can quickly passing data to the model, and let's quickly generate the dummy data here. So let's datas. That datas will be a series of data. So say data 1 and data 1, data 2. Yeah, you got an idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we got tons of data to play around with, and 7, maybe 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. So we got data, and let me using two state variables to control it. So I'm going to put state variable here, just a state property wrapper and private var, and I'm going to get the show model, or show inputs pop up. Yeah, something like that. It doesn't really matter the name. I prefer to call that pop up because it's essentially just a card popping up, and because it's just whether it pop up or not. So I'm going to make it a boolean, and command D to duplicate it, and I'm going to say selected data will be a string data, and we need to got a default string data value. Yeah, and so let's make a VStack. Yep. So I'm going to just delete everything. So previously, I always want to use a list to give you the info. So I'm going to use the for loop to loop that list, starting from, I think I already write this code before. I'm going to find it just to save you guys a little bit time. and model data demo. I think maybe it's in the form demonstration. I think I write a lot of code here. So yeah, that's the beauty of a modularized data, because you can quickly use this data with it. So for each index and edge stack, and you can double click, get the end of it, and you got a sheet pop up. That's brilliant. Sheet text, and I'm going to get this sheet. Okay, this will be a sheet popping up for each. Let's just copy the for loop here and paste it here, and the tab gesture, let's delete the rest, just for a quick loop. And we got a list, and for each we got not the songs but rather the datas, and get all the indices and ID self and all the index in. Then we're going to get, let's get a more space, index in edge stack self rather than songs. I'm going to get datas indexes and then print it out. Yeah, so after that, I think circular reference, maybe some of the code is not included. Yeah, so let's add one closure. So yeah, we got this whole list of view that show all of the data, and then you can safely adding this on tab gesture to perform a certain thing, on tab gesture, and you execute a certain code. And I'm going to toggle our show the pop-up, show the input pop-up. Yeah, but I don't think I need to bind it here, just to access it. And I'm going to toggle it, so switch that because it is a boolean, so you can toggle it. So self dots and select it. Sorry, this should be data, and copy that. Got it here. Select the data will be self dots, and I'm going to access all the datas and get a certain index. Okay, and yeah, the index, yeah, nothing wrong about that. So tap it, and then I'm going to yeah, passing the data to a new pop-up. So I'm going to select everything, Control I, to make the layout, the indentation correct, so you won't get too confused about it. And I think I can using the pop-up here. So the sheet pop-up is one of my favorite pop-up, because the model just will just get up, and you don't need to worry about the navigation. And so the sheet, I'm going to say is presented or not. I'm going to use the binding self dots, and I'm going to say show input pop up. You can switch it on or off, and yeah, so the content, let me just get rid of all that. Okay, and then I'm going to say if you are doing this pop-up, we're going to just show some text, and this text say, hey, this is some pop-up model. Okay, and maybe I have to do the indentation again. Maybe I just add more than that. So let's quickly run that. Pro Max, using the Pro Max version. Just I love the simulation on the latest device. The higher end just pretend that I have the higher end device. So let's just get rid of all that. And I think I can quickly simulate the model here. Yeah, that's much quicker. This is a pop-up model, and yeah, how to pronounce it? This is a model or model. How to pronounce it? Pronunciation. Sorry, let me do a quick pronunciation. Model. Yeah, it's like model. So yeah, I'm pronouncing it fairly. So because just forgive me, English is not my native language, so I might just give a weird pronunciation. Sorry about that. I try to fix that. Yeah, so we got this model, and we haven't passed the information to the model yet. So let's achieve that. So instead of this fixed text, what I'm going to try to do is to get to access the value. So I'm going to get the self dot and access the selected data, because we got all tons of the datas. Okay, so if you click the say data 8, and you're going to show the data 8. So of course, yeah, init require binding string. So we got a yeah. Okay, it's not binding. It's just get rid of this this dollar sign, and let's test this out. So tab it. You should show something like the data 6, and this should be data 7. Good. Data 10. Good. Yeah, and let's make it bigger. So font. Let's make it title. So it's much bigger. Okay, data 10. That's much bigger. So the first time it does not show up. That's because it needs to re-render it. And if you're not so sure, you can just run that in the simulator. And yeah, so you click it. Yeah, pretty strange. The first time, why the first time is not show? Okay, I think that may be because we haven't switched that yet. So the first time is false, and a empty data. So it's presented pop-up true, and passing in the data, and the data will be selected. Yeah, let's try that again, if to see whether I can get the error again. So tap it. Yeah, first time did not show, and the second time it showed. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. Let's do a quick debug. And I think I got the reason why, because I changed the toggle, and then I changed this selected data. So I'm going to cut it and put it here, just to make sure whether it's the order that get our data not show. So 6, strange, and it's even weirder. So when I click this on tab gesture, you should change that selected data to that, and then toggle this pop-up. So 4. There's no 4 here. And 7, there's a 7 here. So why the first time when we tried, data's not passing through? Okay, let me wait a few seconds. All right, I think the problem may be because I got this empty string here. So maybe I'm going to pass in a certain data rather than this empty string. So then you're going to replace the data. Okay, so I'm not sure they will work, but yeah, so that's the reason why. So the first time you tab it would just be the default string, which is a little bit weird. So we don't want to be the first string. So I use the dispatch async to wait for the tap gesture to actually load it and then the toggle it up, and still you got this pretty weird bug. So at least we got the reason why it showed blank. That's because you got this basic settings of default value. Okay, I think that's that depends really on different version and different Xcode. So yeah, sometimes I test on the physical machine that then still works. So it's a really fine nuance here. So what I'm going to do is to try to use sub view to do that. So remember we got a struct here. So double click, I can get end of the struct, and I'm going to add another struct to get a sub view of text. Okay, I'm going to get a test data field view, test the data view, and that will be just a conform to view, and passing in info, adding a binding var value of some text data, and let me use the camel casing. Does not conform to the portal view. Okay, don't worry, we will solve that later. Just adding bindings and text data, and because this is just a simple string, and let's add a body to it, and view, and let's show the text of a selected data here rather than just using this. So I'm going to use a sub view so I can force refresh and get the data refreshed. So self dot text to data, and then maybe I'm going to change that to title just to make it bigger. Okay, so instead of just to show the text here, I'm going to delete it, and if I toggle it up, I'm going to show a pop-up sheet, and then I'm going to use the text data view as a sub view, and then we can pass in the info, text data info and binding, and I'm going to passing in the selected data string. Okay. Since it's select data string, yep. Okay, so yeah, it's a mouthful. Cannot convert select data. Yep, so I need to add $sign before it. Yeah, so let's test it out at the preview section as well as at the simulator. So tap it. Yeah, the first time it will show up. First time it show up, yeah. So yeah, using sub view will solve the problem, at least at the preview, and I'm going to simulate that at the simulator. Okay, good. First time it works, pretty good. Okay, so we already can pass data from this this original content view to a struct of text data view, and using binding and using this this sheet pop-up to do that. So what about doing it in reverse? We already got this pop-up, and what about I'm going to add in a sort of text view, and you can import info, and then you can get the data back. And let's continue to add a sort of a text field at this sub view. And so we can actually input something. And because if you want to input something and sort of reverse the data passing process, you need to use bindings. And yeah, let me show you guys how it is done. So we got the text, and then I can say I'm going to need a text field. Remember, the text field right here need to be input a binding string and a label. So type alien cannot convert to view. Yeah, so the text will be a binding string, and let's add the binding. So in order to add binding, you need to add this percentage sign here, and I think we haven't declared that yet. So we can say, yeah, add, and instead of state, we're going to add a binding var, and we can say private var. And say data input, okay? Data input, and let me just use the string as a data input, and then data input. We can safely copy that, and remember we got a text field, and I can get this data input here, and yeah, the label we can just use a use a string to represent that. So this will be a I think I can do that this way using a different syntax. Input some data, okay, and then text will be, yeah, binding, and yeah, I think this binding var text data. Yeah, I think I already got that. Sorry, delete it. We already added this binding here, so we got the text data, and need a binding. So it should solve the error here. And let's do a quick refresh, and we got this. Input some data, yeah. So I think I got this field that can input, but it's not so obvious. So I'm going to adding a, say, maybe add a padding, and adding a background color. Add a background color. Background color of say gray, yeah, spell like this, and yeah, I can say it's a fixed size. Okay, so let's try that. Yeah, so data 10, we got input some data, and text to data, yeah, string, and let's look at whether I got this. Yeah, so it's sort of just to get the default text data here, and yeah, let's add a button so I can submit it. So button, and submit the data, submit the data, and then you can carry out to submit the data dot, and let's say close model or close pop-up, and I'm going to toggle it. And right now I haven't declared this close pop-up yet, so because we're going to finish everything inside of this subview, I'm going to add binding, and var, and close pop-up will be a boolean value, and then you press this button, it will just submit it, and let's run that. Okay, we got some error, failed to build. So where is the error? Double click, just a failed to build, which is weird, because the should worked. Let's run that in simulator rather than here to get close pop-up. Missing arguments to close pop in core, insert pop-up, binding boolean. Let's use the automatic automatic fix, and then that's the reason why, because you need to pass in this text data as well as the close pop-up data here, and so basically you're calling this subview of text data view, and you need to pass in the data. So first, if you want to pass the data of the text data, I know how this is done. Okay, so basically if you want call is a subview, you got multiple arguments to enter. Okay, so we got missing arguments, parameter of text data, and close pop-up in core. Okay, and so you're going to the binding. Let's change this to text data. Let's use self dot and access the selected data. Okay, so you can actually pass the data down. So we got this text data. I think I got the redundancy because the text data and input data should be different. So I'm going to use another thing. So Command D to duplicate it. Text data is a show data, so there will be an input data, and so input data instead of text data and input data, and what is show is text data, right? Cannot convert input data. That's the adding a $sign here. Okay, so then text data will be self dot, and I'm going to use the text data. Strangely, I can't get it. So text data will be our I think selected data. Sorry. So whatever you selected will be our test data to show, and then let's just use the automatic field to get everything right. So let's just use this because I don't want to type all this thing here. Okay, so we got this text data, input data, as well as a close pop-up, and the text data will be a binding string. So I'm going to get this binding, so self dot, and the binding selected data will be show, so pass that to the subview, and input data will be self dot, sorry about I got a terrible code recently, and input data, show input, selected data, input data. Can I get this so the input data will be maybe just to leave it blank, because the input data right now is got nothing to input. So let me just use this $sign of show input. Selected data. We haven't got this input data yet, so that's I think I can get this input data here. Okay, I think I got it. Sorry about it, guys. Because I record this video on different times, so I might just reduce different words, the different for these states as well as binding. So my bad. So I already adjust that to be consistent. So we get text data, input data, show input pop up, text data, input data, show input pop up, and so Yeah, so then I have to got the got this show input pop-up passing this sub view, and then let's show something here. So for each is like a big list, and maybe I'm going to just at the top of the list I'm going to say something like the top of the list. Let me see whether I can reflect these changes. So yeah, so top of list, then for each is like a for loop, and this sheet will update everything inside of here. Yeah, I think I know how to do that. So on top of the list, the data you just input, input it, and then I'm going to show the data by using something like this. Then remember we got this input data. Okay, so I can access that by say self dot input data, and I can just show that dynamically. Let's run that and see whether we got this passing. The data you just inputted nothing, and everything that is inside of here. Tab data 7, input some data, and 1, 2, 3, submit the data. The beta just inputted 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you can change that in 9, and you can say it will be ASD, BNM, something like that. Input data. Yeah, I think I just got auto corrected. Yeah, let's just reverse that to something like this. ASD BNM, and submit that, and we just get something like this. Okay, so basically that's how to pass in the data. So if you want to transfer the data back using binding, but using the same keywords, the same variable name, and yeah, because my time of day is too fractioned, and I record video intermittently, so sometimes I forgot what I set out to do. So yeah, sorry about that. Hopefully this can clarify things, and yeah, I will try my best to set up a studio so I can get uninterrupted time, rather than just cramming a very small room to record all this. Sorry about that. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all about this binding video, as well as the states wrapper video. Right, and the sub view sheet pop up video. So if you're still there, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and the best way to support me, maybe I can set up a studio in the near future, is for you to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumb up. Thank you so much for your support. Bye.